हजारों vocab वर्ड्स रटने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है। एसएससी के पिछले 5 साल के हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी वर्ड्स को रूट वर्ड से समझो, एक बार में याद होंगे। Welcome back our free 18-day SSC CGL High Yield Rapid Revision Crash Course, Day 16. I am AI, your SSC CGL exam expert, presented by Mohammad Nadeem Abbasi. Today, we're going to master English vocabulary, exactly how the top scorers do it. Let's get right into the explainer.
You know, blind memorization, just endlessly cramming words without actually thinking about them, yeah, that's completely outdated. If you really want to clear Tier 1 and Tier 2, you've got to understand the logic behind the language. When you grasp the origin and the context of a word or an idiom, it literally locks into your brain permanently. And that is exactly our strategy for today.
Section 1. Idioms and Origins. Contextual Memory for Instant Recall.
All right, let's kick things off with a super common exam idiom. Go to the dogs. This means to become worse in quality or character. Now, can you guess which ancient civilization this phrase actually comes from? Just think about it for a second.
Believe it or not, it originates from ancient China. So back then, dogs weren't allowed inside the city walls. Stray dogs had to live out in the rubbish heaps outside. And here's the kicker. Criminals and social outcasts, they were expelled from the city too, forced to live in the trash right alongside those stray dogs. So when someone went to the dogs, they were literally going to live in the garbage. See how that dark history just perfectly paints a picture of degrading character? There is no way you're forgetting that one now.
Moving on to our next high-frequency phrase, bury the hatchet. This one means to end a quarrel or conflict and become friends again. You'll actually see this pop up a lot in reading comprehension passages, especially when they're talking about peace treaties.
This is such a brilliant example of literal actions turning into figurative idioms. It comes from Native American tribes. Whenever two tribes ended a war and declared peace, they would physically dig a hole in the dirt and bury their hatchets, their weapons. It was a literal symbol of burying the fight. How cool is that?
Then we have play it by ear, which means to proceed instinctively based on your current circumstances or results. Originally, this was all about music. It meant playing an instrument purely by sound and instinct, without reading any sheet music at all. Over time, it just evolved to describe any situation in life where you act without a strict plan.
Section 2. Literal versus figurative. Spotting the difference in comprehension tests.
Let's break this down. Literal meaning is strictly factual. It is exactly what the words say. For example, this couch is super heavy. No exaggeration there whatsoever. But figurative language, that makes the meaning rich through comparisons. Think about the phrase, this couch is like Mount Fuji. Now, obviously, the couch isn't literally a massive volcano, right? But that simile instantly paints a vivid picture in your mind of just how heavy it actually is. So, where does figurative language like to hide in your exams? You're mostly going to find it in allegories, narrative fiction, poems, and of course, idioms. Like saying it's raining cats and dogs doesn't mean pets are falling from the sky. It's just a figurative way of saying it's raining really heavily. Catching the context is absolutely crucial here.
Okay, quiz time. Here's a word that's been asked multiple times in past SSC CGL papers. What does the word ephemeral mean? Lock in your answer. This is a classic, direct, one-word substitution question.
Got it? The answer is lasting for a very short time. Keep in mind the SSC CGL routinely features about 5 to 6 questions on one-word substitutions. If you master these high-frequency words, you are easily securing solid marks. It's all about that high-yield focus, guys.
Section 3. High-frequency power vocab. Top-tier words for Tier 1 and Tier 2.
Let's run through these real quick. First up, abate. This means a reduction in intensity. Think of a raging storm finally abating. Next is benevolent, which describes someone who is kind and charitable. And candid means totally frank and honest. Master these 3 because they are massive score boosters that will directly help you nail the tone in reading comprehension.
All right, next batch. Frugal is someone thrifty, someone who spends their money very carefully. Impetuous describes someone who acts hastily without thinking things through, essentially a rash action. And mitigate means to make something less severe or to ease the pain. Exam setters absolutely love mitigate for closed tests and error spotting, so definitely watch out for that one. Now, here is a fantastic study hack for you. Pair opposites. On one side, we have garrulous, which means excessively talkative or loquacious.
On the other side, its direct antonym is taciturn, meaning reserved or uncommunicative. Grouping opposite words together like this literally cuts your memorization time in half.
Down to our final batch of must-know words. Lucid means crystal clear and easily comprehensible. Nefarious means wicked, evil, or criminal. And pragmatic means practical and realistic. Honestly, having a pragmatic approach to your prep and keeping your concepts lucid is exactly how the toppers clear the cutoff.
We've covered the whole shebang today in this explainer, from historical idioms to high-frequency power vocab. Now I want to hear from you. आपका target score English में क्या है? Comment में लिखो और daily vocab updates के लिए notification bell को turn on करके subscribe करो और screen पर show रहे playlist icon पर click करो day by day देखने के लिए. But before your next study session, ask yourself this. Are you just blindly reading words or are you actually learning their stories?